The pineapple stickers, I was like, maybe they're, with your house. And so I delivered the food and was walking back in the car. And I looked and I was like, it's got flat tires on it. And I'd already forgot about it. I pulled it next to David, and we were sitting there talking, and he's like, yeah, he said, Leanna hit a curb. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like I seen her car.
Had to go through Rent-A-Center to get tires.
Fuck, I just surprised I had to get a mortgage on a house to get them. I just got new ones on the back of this thing, and I'm like, these tires are ridiculous.
They don't do just two. You gotta get the whole set.
Really?
Why not the whole set?
Did you keep the two good ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, those are Pirellis. There ain't nothing wrong with those.
Nope.
They were brand fucking new.
Yeah.
But it's like, these ones, they're fucking 22s.
Yeah.
They're low pros, so it's like anywhere around here, they can have them. They had to order them. The cheapest place was Walmart that you can get them for like $2.60 a piece.
Yeah. Damn, that's good too, because
I was like, fuck. So $2.60 a piece, plus now I have a warranty on them. So if I ever hit a curb again, I get a free tire out of it. Only thing is fucking Rent-A-Center costs you a goddamn arm and a leg.
yeah.
Like, I think it was like $1,300.
Head south, then turn left.
I think it was like $1,300 the whole deal. Actually, they were cheaper. On here, it said they were only $135.
Nice.
I don't know if it's because they were with them or what, but because when I called them, they said that they were so on here it's $135. So the whole total was only $648. But to pay them off to them, if I take the whole year, it's $3,000. Saying it's cash is $1,300 or something like that. I was like, they'll probably get my money before
Yeah.
a year, bro. I ain't paying $3,000 for your tires.
All right, I gotta go to Perkins.
I gotta go shop.
See ya. Go ahead. Oh, buggers. Chat's on or not yet, so we'll see in a little bit. Yep, it's on. too. Bow, bow.
Head south on North 14th Street toward East Hartford Avenue. Turn right onto East Hartford Avenue. Continue on East Hartford Avenue for 1 mile.
order. Oh. Cut it wide, buddy. Boehner.
Puts on his nightcap and just walks down. Or sleepy time. Thousands of people are watching. And they don't even know other people are going to be very good. Yeah, well, that's part of it. No, what I request from you for tomorrow, this is serious, is I saw the Rangers sign one of the newest offspring of Vladimir Guerrero. Exactly like Vlad Guerrero. Are you kidding me? Get them all. Wasn't there apparently
Find a parking spot.
Just give me the way to take a blood oath about that. Just give me the ones.
Fucking idiots, man, I tell you.
Hello, I'd like you. My name is Michael Storey, and I enjoy eating at Arby's from your classic Western sandwiches, crispy juicy chicken, and market fresh options. Arby's is delicious, affordable, and complimentary for dinner. 20 Arby's locations in New York City.
Right here.
It's just minutes away. I personally recommend the Arby's at 524 Spring Valley Road in Addison. They have a friendly staff, and I look forward to having the opportunity
Done.
You're like, that was pretty good, and then the twist happens. You're like, oh my god, are you kidding me? It's one of those. So it's 2 hours and 10 minutes long, but I don't regret spending the time watching it. And I love Christian Bale. I think he's just phenomenal in anything that he does.
He's great. It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Did you watch The Prestige? Christian Bale. I thought it's Christopher Nolan movie. This is magic.
With Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's in there and Michael Caine.
Is that the one that he had to get super skinny?
No, it's The Machinist. No, The Prestige.
Movies about
Machine. Yeah.
it's just a guy doing like abs graphics all day long.
It's
Being sarcastic.
I recommend The Prestige.
Okay.
It's one of the better
Is it?
movies
ass in it.
At the stop sign, turn right onto West Broadway A, and New West Broadway Avenue, T $sign. At the stop sign, turn right onto West Broadway Avenue, then turn left onto North Pine Street.
What the fuck was all that going on?
Turn left onto North Pine Street, then the destination is on your right. The destination is on your right. Arrived.
Full market value for your current vehicle. Yes, they are. You can lock in today's best interest rates online with our Easy Pass feature. I was checking that out today, and you just select vehicle.
The friendship is sharing, dude. Because I want one of your nuggets.
And I need some.
Participation may vary. Single item at regular price cannot be combined with any other offer.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active a year later.
92% because of a bike?
Not just bikes. We also make treadmills and rowers.
Well, let me guess, for elite athletes only, right?
No, it doesn't matter if you're an avid exerciser or new to working out. Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton bikes, tread or row risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in all locations.
I think they're coming, buddy.
It'd be so loud you'd wake yourself up.
Well, I just think if I had been it, felt that sensation of intruder.
You fired.
No.
You fired.
They can change that all they want.
What would it take to get written on
Anyone listening, it'd be step one.
Cord Road. Negative.
Like the big boss. He's gonna judge us.
We had Mavs tickets. We're going to give away at 5:30. 5:30 today will be our visit to the Sunset Run. We are off the air at 6 p.m. We have Maverick pregame right here on 97 on the Freak starting at 6. 6:30 Mavericks, Atlanta Hawks. Heard
Here.
easy airwaves.
That's when our ratings spike, guys.
Yeah, maybe so. But hey,
This. Click on 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 this. Move this up here. Shrink it a little bit. Save. Exit.
Here I am again.
This and this.
And find out what
Done.
Alright. And 3, 2, 1, throw it. There it is. Vehicle landed on review designated survivor. So let's go ahead.
Actually, if you get close to the board, it's right on the
Mikey and I have been watching.
It's right on the middle thing. It's actually the one next to it.
What is that? I can't
It's
read that from here.
story time with the ding.
Yeah, but I can't read what's next to it. What does it say? Tell me. Tell me, Mikey.
It says Danny finally tells us the story of his tenure as an employee at the Rail Strip Club named LeBron.
Now you, Michael, you've heard this story before.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have.
I have not.
I've told this
I've heard of this,
at
but
the old station.
I've heard of this, but I've never heard the story.
You were sitting right there when I told the story. The Hammer was there. Cobra was there.
I don't think I was.
Y'all kicked me. Like it's like you went to a steel-toed boot rental party and emptied your wallet and just like mercilessly went to town on my, what'd you call it, the business district. I'm stealing. Thank you for that.
Well, I can tell you,
And have you ever heard of you? What do you know about this story?
I know the bullet points. Okay. I want this thing from cow to cone.
Okay.
The night before.
What led to it?
Yes, I want to know how you. It first this crossed your mind at all?
Okay. What led to this was months of unemployment. Okay, I was between pizza jobs. I wasn't able to hold a normal job because I was playing in Sahara Rain at the time, which was a kind of poppy, progressive-y, metal-y band that I was part of from like 88 to 91.
It had twins in it.
Yeah, I had two twins that played an electric lead guitar, and they were wizards.
They both played electric lead
Yep.
guitar.
Yep.
That's kind of a badass.
It was a
move.
cool gimmick. Yep. And they were shredders. I mean, those guys could play. They were real tasteful too, as far as that kind of playing goes. Had a really dynamic lead singer. We had a drummer, this guy named Tommy, who was a little bit older than us. I think Tommy was probably 29 when we were in our early 20s. And Tommy moved down here. Tommy was part of this band called Mannequin, and they were very popular in the Baltimore area. So he moved from Maryland down here to Dallas to join up with us because we were kind of gaining some traction, and I think his band was not really going the way he wanted it to go. But Tommy, phenomenal drummer. Tommy went on to play with John Sykes, who was in Whitesnake. He basically wrote almost all of the entire Still of the Night, the album that Still of the Night is on. And then so John Sykes started a band called Blue Murder, and they had a couple of decent metal radio hits. And he was in that band with Tommy, or Tommy was in that band with John Sykes, and the bass player was Tony Franklin, not the football, the former Eagle guy. Anyway, so Tommy was playing with us before he left and went on to go play with John Sykes and Blue Murder. And Tommy was a workout dude. I mean, he was incredibly fit, cut, back in the day when that was, pretty kick-ass. And very, very tan. And he had beautiful, long, blonde, flowing hair. He looked like one of the Nelson twins, but he was ripped and kind of muscular. And he needed a job, because when you're off the road, you need a gig, because you can't make a living on the road if you're not on the road, if you know what I'm saying. So he ended up figuring out, you know what, I'm going to with this body, and he had that personality. It'd be kind of like if you were incredibly fit,
Yes.
and not just athletic, but like super, super fit and had long flowing hair. He kind of had your personality, that really outgoing, funny dude that can get along with anybody and make anybody comfortable or uncomfortable at the same time. So he knew that he could probably make a buck or two if he could learn how to do the whole dance thing. So he got a gig dancing at La Bear. So every night this guy would go to work, and I'm, living in this apartment with like two other guys, and he'd come over and bring dinner or whatever, and would just count his money, and we were all like, oh my God. And we're talking like late 80s, early 90s. This dude was making like probably $400 or $500 a night in cash. Back then, it was a ton of cash. So he talked me into applying for a job there, and of course, I've had the same or a slighter build my entire life. I'm 6'3", I weigh about 171 pounds. I think then I probably weighed about 163. And it's not, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to dance. And he goes, yeah, I know. I'm not suggesting that you do. Why don't you come and be a waiter at La Bear? This was after about a month or two of him working there and dancing. So La Bear is basically it's like Chippendales, where guys get up there and they have on their construction worker outfit, tool belt, and take it off down to a thong, and chicks put money in their thong, and they have to rub on them, and they wear oil, and they smell weird, and they get beiges in the ice room.
They do?
Yeah.
I was going to say no dong on stage.
No dong on stage, but it was not uncommon to see guys take MILFs back into the ice room and get serviced mid-shift.
What a job.
So he said, man,
Got that way for you?
well, I'm about to get to that. But the short answer was N-O.
Did he ask anyone else in the band to work there?
He did.
And by him asking you to let
And I think one of the other guys did it, but he did it a lot longer than I did, because I agreed. I went to their orientation, which was meeting up with other guys that were trying to get jobs there as waiters. And thank God the attire to be a waiter was simply a tuxedo, not the tuxedo neck and shirtless. You wore a full tuxedo with the jacket, the kumbe boonye.
Did you have a tuxedo?
No, I had to buy one. Because I'm thinking, well, if I can make $100 a night, that'll be great. I don't need to make $500. I'm never going to make $500 because I'm not going to be able to do what he does, nor would I ever want to. But I can serve drinks and make $100, or if I'm lucky, a couple of $100 a night. Live off of that. Back then, heck yeah. So I ended up getting the gig, spent $120 on a tuxedo or however much it was back then, and I show up after orientation and training for my first shift.
Okay.
And I'm nervous. The place is packed. The women are the most annoying people you've ever met in your life. They're entitled. They're demanding. They're yelling at you. They're just awful. The people that go to these places on both sides, by and large, I believe are just they just suck. Like, I've been around dudes in strip clubs, most of them suck. Well, the same goes for you two ladies. When you're at a strip club, you don't know how to act. So, I'm about an hour into my shift, and I'm selling some beers, and I'm just thinking, it's really emotional about this. And then I'm going to some drinks there. Just so showed me, make sure you show up with cash. You need to have about $200 in cash to make change and all that, because they're not going to. Bartenders aren't going to do that for you. They don't want to mess with you. They want to get the drinks out, get them paid for, and get done. So essentially, you start with a couple $100 in cash. When you order your drink, say I want 2 Coors Lights. All right, it's at the time probably $10. You pay the bartender right there the cash for the drink. You go then serve it to the customer. They pay you in cash, and you just keep whatever they give you. Okay. So if it's they give you a 50, they give you a 20, and say keep it. Well, you made $10. You put that all back in your till. I take an order for this table, and I'm nervous, and I feel like a fish out of water. I'm not comfortable there. I know that this is just being in that scene for an hour. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do this for any longer than probably a week. I'm going to make $100 tonight, maybe $500 or $600 in the week, and then I'm quitting because it just isn't me. It's just not me. But I really needed cash, and it was there in front of me, so I took it. So I go to the bartender, and I take an order from this table, and it's these women that want 4 strawberry daiquiris. Okay?
Okay.
I think those ran probably around $7 at the time. And I go and pay for the drinks, $28. Right there, I'm out $28. So I get the tray of them. I'm not skilled at carrying the tray, and they serve these daiquiris are basically the equivalent of a Stan's Blue Note schooner. Each one of them weighs about 7 pounds. So I've got this tray balancing these big red frozen nasty ass drinks in these 7-pound schooners, and I'm trying to make my way through this sea of weird women back to this table. And as I'm making my way in front of the stage, this very rotund Hispanic woman blocks my path. And she looks at me right in the eye, and I'm kind of like, hi, yeah, okay, excuse me. So I move to my right. She moves to her left. I'm like, oh, okay, we're playing this game. I move to my left. She moves to her right. And then I finally do this a couple of more times. I'm like, I really need to get by. Excuse me. And she gets closer, walks up to me, reaches down, and with strong force, grabs and squeezes my crumb.
Crotch. Your junk?
Yeah. The tray becomes an afterthought as I watch the 4 daiquiris go crashing to the gross carpet floor where God knows what else this strawberry daiquiri sewer mix is being blended with. And I see the drinks. I think one of the glasses breaks, and I look up at her, and I said, I can't say it on the air. Can I?
Just dance around it.
You GD effing C.
Oh! Wow, really?
And she got out of my way then. So I clean up the mess. I go back to the bartender. I said, hey, man, I had a spill. He goes, we don't do spills. It's going to be another 28 bucks.
More.
At that point, I cut my losses. I removed the apron. I set down the tray, and I walked right out the door yelling, F this place, as I make my way to my car and I drive home. I made it 90 minutes at the Bear.
90 minutes.
90 minutes. After calling this very horny woman.
She went for full
grab.
beef.
Oh, full beef. Yep, she had a handful of Dan meat.
Were you aroused?
No, I wasn't aroused. I was mad. You hear what I called her? And you should have seen those drinks. They were so big, and they just
Yeah,
went
I can picture.
trash,
Did
clean,
everyone look?
red daiquiri all over my pants, and it was
Your new
horrible.
did
the other patrons
Embarrassing.
Did the other patrons
Oh, no,
get
they're
it
all like,
spilled
hey,
on
hey,
it?
hey, hey, over here, Master Blaster. Over here. Look at me.
You were the Master Blaster?
I'm not the Master Blaster. The Master Blaster was on stage.
They're behind you.
Yeah. I was Scrawn. That was my stage name.
What did she do? Did she run away? Blend into the...
It's all kind of blurry after that.
Was your friend in the band working that night?
He was actually not on that night.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was kind of by myself. And that was another thing that made me nervous is my first night I didn't have my buddy there to
Yeah.
kind of show me around and be like, hey, it's my buddy Danny. He's super cool, bro. And
Right.
yeah, I didn't have that.
You think he might have bailed you out some? Or
I think I
would he
might
let
have
you
had a
hang?
little bit of help, but they didn't care. That place is turn and
Yeah, of
burn,
course.
man. Get in, get out. No BS. We're here to make money. We don't want your crap. Just, yeah, it's what it was. But that is the legend of Dingu at La Bear.
Your 90-minute tenure.
Yep. I worked 90 minutes at a male strip club. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Are you happy?
Is the bear gone?
I don't know. I think, no, is it?
Not me.
I don't know. I think there's still maybe one in Fort Worth or something.
I don't know yet, but maybe.
Oh, the Bear Dallas, #1 male dance show in America.
Still operative?
Where is it?
Northwest Highway.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Open 7 p.m. Thursday. Dude, we need to go right these wrongs.
Yes, we do. We need to fix
I
this.
figure if I get written up and get fired by Corvino, I'll see if they still have my file.
Yeah, do you still have your tuxedo? Slide into
We
that
need
thing.
to take another shot at this.
Okay.
Yeah, La Bear, Dallas is #1 place to be, where our men bring fantasy to reality.
Uh-huh.
Just think, you could do that for some forlorn woman
I
out
don't
there.
know if
Let's fix this.
I don't know if what was brought to reality to that Hispanic woman was her fantasy, but she got something.
You just got blasted.
She got covered in daiquiris and disinterest.
Amazing. Amazing.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for your service,
You're
Danny. Well done. Just short of 5 o'clock. Time for a little fun drive, and it's Wednesday, so Reiner, back at it. He's going to rank them up here in just a couple of minutes. Michael?
But first, let me tell you what to do when you think you got a foundation issue with your home. If you start noticing things like cracks in your drywall, cracks in your exterior doors and windows that are sticky and won't shut all the way, those are signs that something's going on that needs to be looked at. Clearly, there's one and only one play here. Get on the phone with All Pro Foundation Repair. The phone number is 877-MEAN-GREEN, 877-632-6473, or you can find them online at allprofoundationrepair.com. Now, these are tricky things, and it requires guys who have been in the game for a while to know what to do. And at All Pro, they know and understand that a stable foundation and a level foundation are two different things, but the neat thing about it is they can fix either one because they understand the way soils shift and move here in North Texas. Another thing, you might have thought you had a foundation issue and then it rained and things seemed to magically just go away. No, they did not. And they're probably going to get worse the next time there's no rain for an extended period of time. Tony Cooper and the guys at All Pro know all this, and they're all about getting the job done right the first time, getting it done as inexpensively as it can be done. They're also all about finding whatever it is you need for your foundation, but if you don't need foundation repair at all, they'll put their stuff back in the truck and say, well, see you later. And that'll be that. Call All Pro at 877-MEAN-GREEN, 877-632-6473. Find them online at allprofoundationrepair.com, 877-632-6473. That is the number for the pros in foundation repair. That's All Pro Foundation Repair, the right solution for your home.
That KT laugh, that laugh is gold.
Meet 97.1 The Freak.
When you guys started laughing and dying laughing, you guys had me crying.
I just gotta say, I'm literally dying right now. You guys, your laughter is amazing.
West Radio is free.
and had the courage to share his story of working a strip club, then the Sea Cow can share his story of why he's banned at Arby's. Come on, Sea Cow, get out with it. Don't hold out on us.
Downbeat, could you guys please stop giving Rhines a hard time about what he does when he goes home? To me, that man definitely likes ham and definitely likes tacos, the boy kind.
Yo, what starts with the letter D and ends with an ICK? Drumstick. Get your mind out of the gut, you freaks.
He's right, you know.
On 97.1, The Freak.
Hey! Shout out to that kid. His name is Granger. I actually met him at my best friend Jack's wedding on Saturday.
Granger?
He's a 9-year-old Glenn.
Good little Glenn.
Yes.
You want a job?
Need more young Glens.
Want to be a program director?
There's an opening at LeBaire.
I'm on LeBaire's website right now. Under their Get a Dream Job tab.
Yet it felt like a dream.
I have it almost entirely filled out. I need, Danny, your date of birth, please.
I'm not giving that over the air. I'm not ashamed of my age, but...
And I need a couple photos to submit.
Okay.
Let me read this real quick. As the home of the hottest men in the world, LeBaire Dallas is always looking for fresh new faces to join our team. If you think you have what it takes to become a star,
I do.
Perform in front of crowds of ladies,
You can do that.
get featured in movies, magazines, news, or model at one of our events, let us know. You'll be glad to hear the quickest route to becoming an entertainer at LeBaire Dallas is through Amateur Night, where we hold open auditions and compete for a spot on the LeBaire Dallas roster.
I can do that.
And Amateur Night is tomorrow night, Thursday.
I'll be there.
Doing what?
And if we had balls, or if this was the 80s, or whenever radio bits really did it, the three of us would go to LeBaire Amateur Night and put on a little show.
Man.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
If we did.
If you had,
But we don't.
If you had to do this, and we did have radio bit balls, which I don't. I'm sorry. And you had to go dance at LeBaire, what would your costume be? What would you undress from down to your underpants?
Friendship is sharing deal.
Because I want one of your McNuggets.
Due to the graphic nature of this program. Due to the graphic nature of this program. Listener discretion is advised. This is The Woody Show. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world. Class is now in session.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. It is January 19th, 2023. Hello, welcome. We are The Woody Show. Hi. My name is Woody. That's Ravy. Hello. Greg Gorey is here. We got Menace. What's up? He's our social media director. Hi. You can find us. You can follow us at The Woody Show on Instagram and Twitter, or on Facebook, facebook.com/The Woody Show. We've got Seabass. We've got Sammy. Good morning. We've got Mort and Caroline holding things down. The Woody Show production department is here. You have to get part of the show as well by calling in on the phones 877-44-WOODY. That's 877-44-WOODY. You can also send us a text over to 22987. Enjoy those access points. Email thewoodshow.com. Social media. All that stuff. Plenty of ways to be a part of the show today. Coming up, Greg Gorey Stone.
At the next light, turn left.
Rosetta Stone. Greg Gorey Stone. Well, that's what he said. He said he wanted to learn languages here, and he wanted to do something quote challenging. So today, Greg Gorey Stone is going to be teaching us a little Japanese. A little lesson there. And then
I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Ravy's got nerd down before the hour is up. Some trending news headlines and a whole bunch more for you today here on The Woody Show. So, I always like the come up story stuff. Like, we talk about these different people that we know who are, big and famous now, but it's not like you just start big and famous.
Right.
Yes. Success is not an overnight thing. And all successful people really tell you that there was a lot more failure and disappointment along the way than people perceive. So I saw this list. I thought it was really interesting. It's a list of people who got rejected by Saturday Night Live and who went on to be successful. Awesome. Yeah. So Kevin Hart, who's #1 in this article, I guess he auditioned in the early 2000s, and now he's one of the biggest stand-ups.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's making money hand over fist. Lisa Kudrow.
I think I might have heard about that.
Yeah, she tried out in 1990. 3 years later, she got cast as Ursula on Mad About You, which then led to her playing Ursula's sister, Phoebe, on Friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Considering the people that are on SNL.
The rejects.
Yeah.
Also, who was on there in 1990.
True. Massive stars.
Jim Carrey, he auditioned in 1980 when he was 18 years old. He knew he was doomed before he even made it into the building.
Okay.
My name is Jim Carrey, and this is my Saturday Night Live audition. The day I was auditioning for Saturday Night Live, I got out of my car and I heard a voice say,
Then the destination is on your right.
and I looked up at the top of the building, and there was an NBC page standing on the logo, trying to get the nerve up to jump off and kill himself.
He saw that as a sign.
Bad day.
Yeah, and so it would be another 10 years before he blew up on In Living Color.
Wow. 10 years.
Zach Galifianakis. He tried out for SNL in 1999, ended up writing for the show for 2 whole weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. Tiffany Haddish tried out in 2013. She went on to some pretty good things.
Yes.
Jennifer Coolidge
Oh my God.
who everybody loves.
Yeah. She's the it
super
girl.
hot.
She tried out in 1995 with Will Ferrell, Sherry O'Terry, and Chris Kattan. And then 4 years later, she was Stifler's mom in American Pie.
Awesome.
Ellie Kemper tried out for SNL in 2008. That's a year before she got The Office.
Oh, wow.
Stephen Colbert auditioned in 1992. Gia Davis auditioned in 1984 between her gigs in Tootsie. And The Fly.
I can't see her on there at all.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
That would be weird.
Here's a list of people who were rejected by American Idol and still went on to make it big. Bibi Rexha.
Really?
Yeah, she waited with her mom for 10 hours, didn't make it through. 10 years later, she was mentoring contestants on the show.
That's crazy.
Maren Morris, she was rejected by both Idol and The Voice.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Now, okay, isn't there like some kind of beef with her in the country world? Isn't it kind of like a nation divided with Maren Morris?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe because they would consider her more pop than country.
Who was she dating, or who was she with for a long time? Was it Toby Keith or one of those kind of guys?
I mean, she's married.
Yeah, she's married now.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she had a massive song with Zed. So maybe like, oh, she's not country anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you're.
I know. I read something where there was like I don't really follow country all that much, but I was kind of surprised because I thought like country was just about like everybody just kind of loves everybody and like
Yeah.
I didn't know there was beefs like rap has.
Yeah, right.
or
I didn't
rock
know.
has. Yeah. Colby Calais, she admits that she wasn't ready when she auditioned, and she was glad they turned her away. Were you?
Yeah, I was super happy.
Kane Brown, producers rejected him because they, quote, didn't need another Scotty McCreery.
Oh, wow. I love Kane Brown.
He's massive now.
Made it onto the X Factor, but he quit when they tried to make him join a boy band. Chrissy Metz, the fat chick from This Is Us. Yeah, she got one step away from being able to sing for the judges before she was cut.
Oh, no.
Mickey Guyton, she was on season 8, but she got eliminated right before the live episodes. Naya Rivera, who was on Glee, she auditioned with the Bee Gees song Emotion, but didn't make it past the first round. And then she used the same song to audition for Glee, and apparently that worked out just fine.
Hell yeah.
All right. Also, Amber Riley from Glee. She auditioned for American Idol when she was 17 and never got to sing for the judges either. Hillary Scott from Lady A tried out twice, never got to audition for the judges. And then Tori Kelly, even though Simon Cowell called her voice almost annoying, she made it to the top 24, but still no further than that.
Wow.
So it just goes to show, it's like people think, and I know, there's a number of things that are written about, like instant gratification, and it's a very on-demand society, so people come to expect things a lot quicker than what you'll be willing to do.
Yeah. It's kind of always been that way, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not
It has, but
20s, but I mean,
Wow.
I think nowadays too, you get like an intern going into a workplace and they think that they're going to be CEO in one day.
Right. I just think because of things like social media and how easy it is to see what everybody else is got going on, it's a lot easier to get
You only see the good things.
Tricked into thinking it's just so easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
like-
easy to lose weight. It's easy to be rich. It's easy to
That one opportunity is not your only opportunity.
Right.
You can't just like be sad about it.
You have to just hang in there, man.
Wow.
Weedless Wednesday.
Okay. What does that mean?
Get rid of the weeds in your yard, right?
That's what I think it's all about, but I think Ravi could benefit from a weedless Wednesday.
Yeah.
Never happened. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What are you high?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah, weedless Wednesday.
Stay strong, Ravi. I believe
Okay,
in you.
thank you.
It's National Thesaurus Day.
Okay.
Thesaurus.
Which I think Greg just referenced a joke in the office the other day. That comedian Stephen Wright
I love him.
from back. What was his joke about that?
What's another word for thesaurus?
Getting.
I love it. He rules.
Today is National Winnie the Pooh Day.
Ooh.
When's that Blood and Honey coming out?
I don't know.
It is right around the corner.
Is
I thought
it?
that would have been
Yeah.
a year ago at this
I
point.
know. It's been so talked about.
Right.
Like, I guess it's in the public domain now.
Right. Winnie
Like
the
the-
Pooh is.
The old school one, not the one that Disney's using for a lot of stuff. Like the more, like it's like an old timey looking cartoon version, like that version of Winnie the Pooh.
Looks like the 15th
The
of
less, the
February.
less polished Winnie the Pooh version of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, there's gonna be like this horror movie if you haven't heard about it. I find it hard to believe that you haven't because there's so much talk about it. But today's National Winnie the Pooh Day. It's also National Peking Duck Day. Yeah.
Ravi's not a horror.
Because Ravi loves ducks.
Such that.
The way that our friend Bort loves guinea pigs.
Yes.
And the way that Menace loves tacos. Yeah,
And a lot of other stuff.
exactly. The difference is Menace will eat the thing that he loves.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are some of today's holidays again for January the 18th. And now we look to the stars,
Yes.
to the cosmos. And
Yeah.
what is going on with the horoscopes today? Which, by the way, Sammy, somebody texted over. Why does Sammy only read the horoscopes for people on the show? Anyway, she can do all of the signs. Cancers are getting left out, dog.
That's an abject lie.
Well, no, she does have like a horoscope of
We
day.
zero in on
like
ours.
like a sign of
And
the
then
day.
some. Right.
Yeah, so if you wouldn't mind including cancers today.
Yes, I will add
Request
that
off the
in for
text.
today.
All right.
And Woody and Menace, all the Scorpios out there, you'll want to overshare with someone new, but pause before giving personal details.
Ooh.
Well, what does that mean? Because if oversharing would be personal, would it not? Isn't oversharing personal?
No, it could be about somebody else, I guess.
Or just oversharing about work, maybe. I don't know.
Just
I don't have.
be wary about who you talk to.
I don't have any plans to get new people in my life currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make plans for that.
I'm all full up. I'm all full up on people in my life.
No new friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Greg and all the Pisces out there, today you'll have a revelation on how to make your dreams come true.
A revelation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. Figure out
And
how to make it
today's the
happen.
big day?
Yep.
Sweet.
What is your big dream, Greg?
Well, God, it changes all the time. My big dream used to be to be a game show announcer. That was my number one dream.
Yeah?
Not the host, just the announcer.
And when did you quit on that?
Oh, 20 years ago.
All right.
But that was my dream forever.
Yeah. What would you say your big dream is now?
Now, oh man, to just be financially comfortable and have no, not priorities. What's the word I'm looking for? No
Obligations.
Obligations.
Yeah.
Obligation?
Yeah.
My big dream is just to retire.
Even though it's not realistic and I'm too young to do that, but that'd be nice.
All right.
Not today, but
maybe you'll have
Next week.
a revelation. You'll have a big revelation. Just wait for it.
On how to do it.
Well, Ravi and all the Aries out there, if single, a previous romantic connection may come back into your life. And no matter what transpires, you'll be delighted.
Ooh.
Ooh. It's the meth guy.
That big dong guy.
The big dong guy.
That's the same guy, right?
Was the meth guy, yes.
Yeah.
Lucky.
The big dong guy.
What about the band guy?
That's the same guy.
The mascot guy.
Wait, the band guy is the same as the meth guy?
Yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Beakers and Speakers.
No, not that. There was more than one band guy.
Because
she's a
there was,
groupie.
because there was one guy for the longest we called him Beakers and Speakers because he was a scientist by day, and then he was a local band on the side, so we called him Beakers and Speakers. Okay, so
That
that's
was also in a band.
right. I knew that, but I somehow got him confused. Yeah, Ravi likes dudes and bands.
Yeah.
Like every other chick on the planet.
Wouldn't that be surprising if he came back into the picture?
Yes.
Yeah,
She tracked him down at one point
I did.
She hunted
for
him.
another rendezvous.
Yeah.
More than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a year later.
You were horny.
Same time next year type
Fucking
deal.
piss.
That's
exactly.
And now for the sign of the day, Cancer.
All right.
If you're looking for a professional collaborator, you'll have no shortage of options. The only trouble will be choosing among them.
So many choices.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
All right, there are your horoscopes for this Wednesday morning, January the 18th. Now I think we're ready, Greg.
Okay. I think I'm prepared.
Are you ready to nerd? Let's nerd.
The Woody Show. This is Nerding Out with Ravy.
What's got you all nerdy today there, Riddles?
So this report is all coming up Disney, which is good for us that hold stock, like myself, because it was only down like 65% last year. But this news is actually huge. The ban on Marvel movies in China has been lifted.
Really?
Thank you.
This ban has been in place since 2019. The last Marvel movies to be shown in China were Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's how long this has been in place. But both Black Panther Wakanda Forever and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania are going to hit theaters in China after Chinese New Year in February. So there was never any kind of explanation offered or given, though most people believe, because there are some people in the Marvel Universe, like Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, for example, and they have been vocal speaking out against China. And so, like, China has punished Marvel as a whole and their people as a whole by not letting those movies in theaters for now, like, 3 years.
Yeah.
So, apparently, you know, you get Bob Iger back in charge, and
Iger
that
knows how to smooth things
moratorium
over.
has
Yeah.
been lifted. I saw, by the way, did you see the severance package for Bob Chapek, who he replaced?
Oh my God,
Like,
no.
you sucked. You get Disney in all kinds of trouble in all kinds of ways, and you still get $24 million to be replaced. Isn't that
So you won the lottery to leave.
Yeah,
pretty
replace me all day for 24 mil.
I know, exactly. Replace me for half.
Oh, my God.
A quarter.
Quarter.
You guys, I'm sure you've seen it a few times. We got the final trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3, which drops on Disney Plus on March 1st. It's Pedro Pascal's Din Djarin and Grogu just making their trek to Mandalore because, as you guys know, Din Djarin needs to restore his honor after taking off his helmet in front of a bunch of people. We also got a glimpse of Order 66, and that's one of the big threads in The Mandalorian, because we still don't know how Grogu made it out of the temple in the first place. Like, how did he even survive? So this will be the most talked about show this year, so get ready for a lot of Mandalorian chat, Greg, because it's going to be coming at you. Now, we'll go back to Marvel, because like I said, everything's coming up Disney. And this is a show I legit can't wait for, and that would be Agatha, Coven of Chaos, which is going to begin production Tuesday in Atlanta. Now, this is a spin-off of my favorite Disney Plus Marvel show, Agatha Harkness. Jack Schaefer, who was the head writer and EP on WandaVision, she has the same role here in Coven of Chaos, along with directing several of these episodes. And some of these episodes are going to be directed by Ganja Montero, who joins up after directing a few episodes of Wednesday, which people believe is a pretty good show. That 70s show, Deborah Jo Rupp and Buffy the Vampire Slayer's Emma Caulfield, they reprise their roles from WandaVision. And Aubrey Plaza, fresh off of White Lotus Season 2, is joining the cast, along with legendary diva of stage and screen, Patti LuPone.
Like, I want it. I want to see it.
Yep.
But this should have been shot like a year ago.
Well, I mean, they didn't know they were going to be spinning it off, and you know, you have to get your ducks in a row and make sure you have the best cast, the best scripts, the best everything. Make sure it's ready to go. You know?
I get it, but
we don't know when it's going to drop. My guess is probably sometime in early 2024, like about this time next year. We'll get Agatha of my Chaos. I'm Ravy, and for more nerd stuff, check out the Nerd Now podcast at thewoodyshow.com. Nerd!
All right, thank you very much, Ravy.
You got it, Doc.
We got some more Wednesday Woody Show coming up for you next. Hang on.
The Woody Show.
And we are into another new hour of insensitivity training for a politically correct world. This Wednesday morning, it's January 18th, 2023. My name is Woody, that's Ravy. There's Greg Corey. There's Menace.
what is up, Woody?
These are
Facebook. Facebook.com/The Woody Show. There's Seabass. We got Sammy.
Good morning.
There's Bort and Caroline. Morgan's here. And then you on the phones at 877-44-Woody. Send us a text over to 22987. Now, at the, I think it was our first show of the year, we were talking about some like goals or things that we wanted to do. I don't want, I'm hesitating calling them resolutions. But some stuff that we have in mind for the new year. And Seabass mentioned that he was going to learn a new language and that he wanted to learn Japanese. Sure.
Have you visited Japan?
No, that's why I need to get this
Nice.
That's what he said, yeah. He wants to go there.
That's awesome.
But he needs to know how to pick up chicks. So I figure like if he's showing that he understands the language even a little bit.
Nice conversation. That's my
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to navigate Japan at all. You'll find a ton of people that speak English.
And a lot of the signs are in different, in English.
Yeah. So what fun is that?
No.
Yeah, right. So what are you doing to learn? Like, are you doing like a Rosetta Stone type thing?
I have a couple of different methods I want to kind of fully immerse, as they say. There's the Duolingo. It's just like a Rosetta Stone style thing, which I don't like as much. It's sponsored by the
I just said you don't like it as much.
Right. Because they'll quiz you on stuff, and then they do reading, and they teach me pronunciation or pronunciation, as I would say. And so it's good though because you hear like syllables and how they're like their O's are and stuff like that. But they don't really tell you any kind of grammar behind it. It's like Japanese, as I'm thinking about getting here in a minute, has a different grammatical structure, and there's different modifiers that tell you like this is the subject, which you're doing this thing after it, and you're doing like say blah at the end of a sentence to show that's a question. And you might pick that up instinctually by doing Duolingo, but it's not telling you that's what's happening. You have to kind of figure it out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So because of that, I'm also doing like an audiobook style thing, which is kind of walking you through exactly what this means and why, but in a conversation style.
Yeah, it's so daunting though, like learning a different language. Because think about how many words there are.
So many words.
So many words.
Just a crazy amount of words.
Yeah, next time you get high, think about that for a minute. How many words?
So many words.
You know, and then you're trying to learn, a different how to speak to somebody in a completely different language. So unless you have, Dennis makes it through with about 150 words in the English language.
I know. I want to learn another language, but I'm like, I barely even know this one. I can barely speak it.
He doesn't get grasp on this one.
I know. And when you use a big English word, you say, that's not a word.
No.
So anyway, this whole conversation piqued Greg's interest.
Definitely.
And so Greg has for us today, we're calling it Gregora Stone.
Yes.
He's going to give us a Japanese lesson.
I'm going to try to, because I realized in retrospect, choosing Japanese as the first ever Gregora Stone.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Not that easy.
Big mistake.
Spanish, French.
It's incredibly difficult.
Well, yeah, I specifically didn't choose a Romance language
Yeah.
because we know what those syllables are. We know the basic word origins.
Exactly.
And so, Greg, you have
Italian.
you have no history or background.
Zero.
Like ever taking any kind of course in Japanese.
None. None at all. So what I started by doing, and I thought this might help out Seabass, is look for tips, just a collective group of tips from experts on how to learn Japanese as a beginner. And one of them, number one tip, take advantage of anime. So watch a lot of anime. Apparently you'll pick up on the pattern. Speaking of patterns, what you mentioned, Seabass, is the language pattern of Japanese is called SOV, so that's subject, object, verb, whereas English is SVO.
Subject, verb, object.
Exactly. So, Menace, what that means is, in English you would say like, Seabass hands me a pen.
Yes.
But in Japanese it would be like, Seabass pen hands it.
Or it'd be even like in regards to Seabass, pen inside, he hands, or it is handy or something.
So that's called a language pattern. So that's what Japanese is. SOV.
I'm kind of used to that because that's how Latin is.
Yeah.
And
So
so
also would explain like when people, say Japanese people are learning English, they're trying to translate from the Japanese, so that it sounds like what are you talking about?
Right.
Because it's out of order for us.
Right.
Right.
That's another tip. Listen a lot instead of grammar. Focus on patterns, like we just talked about. Another one I found, a lot like the anime one, they said go to karaoke a lot.
Sweet. Karaoke?
Use full sentence flashcards, and then find a good Japanese to English dictionary, which you probably have.
A dictionary?
Just walk
It's
around
called
that.
a phone. Now, there are some words in Japanese that might sound the same as words in other languages, but they have entirely different meanings. So,
well, some of them sound exactly like what they are, like Greg in Japanese, right?
Yeah, we might get to that. We might get to that. So
it's not always different.
Right, now everybody repeat after me. This is very basic, very easy.
Okay.
Manco.
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 Okay, so in Spanish, that's the word for somebody that doesn't have an arm. Portuguese, that's similar. A lame man, maybe a man that can't walk.
Okay.
German, it
Missing an
means
arm.
flaw or defect. Manco, in Japanese, is a slang word for vagina.
All right.
Oh,
So there you go.
Manco.
Manco. Now, kuma. Everybody, that's an easy word.
Kuma.
The question I need here, Greg, and I know you don't have the answer on it, is it a good slang or bad slang? Because there's some slangs like people would say, it's like, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it like medical or is
And
it
there's someone
like slang?
that causes a fight, you know?
Let me go back to the
Yeah,
experts
yeah.
on that one. Kuma in Japanese means bear. Kuma.
Kuma.
So there's the word you learned today. Now in Swahili, that is vagina. So also, a train station in Oyama, Japan. The station's name is Mamada. Mamada.
Okay.
So now in some Spanish dialects, Mamada means fellatio. So just some interesting findings there.
Indeed. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
See, Greg makes learning fun.
So does that train station actually mean mamada?
No, we're talking how it sounds like a Spanish word.
Okay.
Fellatio.
But was that what they were thinking about when they named it?
Yeah.
Totally.
What was
Yes,
it?
were they thinking about the
What's the
Spanish
meaning?
word?
It was a bunch of train station planners that
Were they
were
perusing other
giggling.
languages?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Alright, just checking.
Now this is the hardest part for me because I tried to learn some of these sentences, and you said that if it has ka, it's a question. Seabass?
At the end of a sentence.
At the end of a sentence.
Like you'd say at the
ka.
end of a sentence, you'd say des means like is, but you say deska would be is it?
Okay. So ka is coming at you. So there's no better way to learn a language than to hear some of the words and then repeat them as you try to memorize them. Like
Well,
we just
Deska
did.
is how James Hetfield from Metallica says desk.
Oh, get it.
Yeah, Deska.
Oh,
Everything.
oh, that's true.
I'll do it for the next 2 years.
Deska.
So as experts say, when it comes to Japanese, better to use full sentences. So before we get to some audio experts, I'm going to attempt, and I don't even know how you're doing this, Seabass. I'm going to try to start with some stuff that I learned. All right?
Okay.
Now, granted, I am reading it. I didn't memorize it. But, Hage atoko wa suki desu ka? That's a sentence you might need in the future.
You do tell.
I have herpes.
Hage atoko wa
Fake news.
suki desu ka? That means, do you like bald men?
Additionally, is maybe when I'm like, Greg, quick, thank you to everyone. Because you laughed tonight, They're laughing because it's so ridiculous. I'm going to be going to Japan hopefully this year, not in 45 or 50 years. Right?
Okay.
So you just want simple words?
He'll be even more bald then.
Okay, how about this one? Watashi wa okiku narisugita otoko no koro mo desu.
That's long.
It's very long. It means I'm an overgrown man-child.
Oh, all right. Wow.
That long sentence? Just man
Hey, Matt, why couldn't they just say that, right?
I know.
Yeah, just say that. Just say that in English.
Just say I'm an overgrown man-child.
in your, not your native language.
I mean, the full
Is there a short version?
The full sentence stuff, I think, is helpful, but you got to start way more basic than that. Japanese is incredibly difficult. I remember my very first, we did these things called dialogues when I took Spanish in 7th grade is when I started Spanish, and I went all the way through college. We had to do these things called dialogues, and I remember my very, very first ever 7th grade Spanish dialogue was, Hola, tía Luisa. ¿Dónde está Susana? ¿Está en casa? Sí. ¿Dónde está? ¿En la cocina? No, en la sala. And that was it. Where is she? In the kitchen?
Right.
No, in the living room.
Where to
Wow.
forget?
Much easier.
Vaginas are being bald.
Right, much easier than Kuma and all that.
All right. Well, this is Greg Gorestone.
Yes.
We're learning Japanese today. What we're going to do is we're
Fascinating.
going to take a quick break.
And then we'll hear from the pros.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing was the great thing about technology these days is you get authentic native speakers. So you're not
Yes.
like
Not
hearing a
some
weird
idiot.
accent or
Right.
anything.
Although I gotta say, Greg, you seem to be doing, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You seem to be doing a really good
well.
job. Like
You're
it
faking it
sounds,
well,
it
yeah.
sounds legit. So,
It's cool of you to bring that in.
cheers to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, for the segment, we had to bring in all this stuff.
My favorite radio show, The Woodsy Show. You guys are amazing, especially Woodsy.
The Woody Show.
Welcome back. It is Greg Gorstone. Linda texting over. I love Greg Gorstone.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope she's learning a lot.
And look, people say that this is lowbrow. This is a bottom dweller show. No, this is educational.
This is the educational portion.
That's right. We're learning a little bit about Japanese today.
That's right. What did they call it in the radio world when you had to do something every Sunday, like
Public service programming.
Service program. This falls under that category.
Yeah, you would have the person who's organizing the local parade on for an hour.
Right,
exactly. On a Sunday morning. That was
Really
like
break it down.
That was one of my early jobs in radio. Like I used to have to run the control board for that programming on Sunday morning.
Oh wow!
At least you weren't doing the interviews because that is
No.
just death.
No, I
The
wouldn't do that.
community programming.
Yeah, but I actually had to pay attention. You know, there was nothing automated, so you had to pay attention to know when it was over. The first, we called it the God Squad, because the first hour was all this, like, you know, church stuff.
Yeah.
And then the second hour was, you know, the parade lady or whatever for an hour.
Yeah, we had.
What's new at the library?
We had a community organizer at this one station I worked at. He was so hardcore. He would write like 20 essays a day.
Yeah. We had one of those guys,
so
too.
into it.
All right, so Greg Gorstone, we're learning Japanese.
We're learning Japanese, and the more I tried to prepare something that we could learn from, the more I realized how difficult it is. So I want to turn to the experts now. We're going to go to some audio. These are some very, well, in English, simple phrases. Japanese, maybe not so much. Simple phrases that I think would help Seabass on this trip to Japan. So we're going to start with this simple sentence.
ボールがかゆい。
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 Nothing coming to mind there.
This is Yui.
ボールがかゆい。
ボールがかゆい。
Yes. So that you might need to tell somebody my balls itch.
Oh, wow.
ボールがかゆい.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, let's just say you got
Fake news.
an itch going.
Right, maybe. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, what if you caught something?
Yeah. Now this legit. No shade. You could use this one, Seabass, and I think you'll enjoy it. This would be this one.
3人組誰か
So you know that's a question.
This
is a cop. Can we learn?
3人組誰か
Sanangumi dareka. That means threesome anyone?
Oh,
See?
Yeah.
Nice. So
Yeah. Now you're on track.
see,
Greg.
now we're on track.
Yeah.
Saningumi dareka.
3人組誰か
Threesome, anyone?
Threesome anyone?
Yeah.
That's the dot A. That's their R is much softer. So you kind of twist it. Just alright, cause I'd sound like an idiot. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to this one, I think you could use this in your everyday life as we're just talking about public service. This would be
カートを片付けてください
I can't even begin.
カートを片付けてください
I tried.
Have a good angle on that first letter, or first word, I should say, but the rest of it now.
Kato o kadutsekete
カートを片付けてください
kudasai. That means, please put your card away.
Oh.
If you want to do some card narking.
That's the thing, is people say card narcs are totally useless in Japan because everyone is polite and
Right.
and not a bunch of freaking savages like that right here.
Honestly,
Disgusting fatso.
I didn't see any shopping carts in Japan.
Well, in most big
Were
cities,
you in the
yeah.
city center?
I was in Tokyo, Yokohama,
You gotta go to
Osaka,
Tokyo suburbs, man.
Okinawa.
Up in this bitch.
Oh,
But
speaking
no
of
shopping carts.
when you watch House Hunters International sometimes, or at least you're aware of it, when they're in other countries, they call it city center. But in like in the United States, we say downtown.
Well, you say it depends on what city. There's you can go city center, also center city, like Philadelphia,
True.
center city.
Center City.
It just depends on where you are.
Okay. Also, moving on to clip 4, this is something you would do as an officer of the law.
それはカートが行く場所ではありません
Okay, have we all learned that and memorized it? That's not
そ
where
れは
the
カ
cards
ートが行く場所ではありません
That's not where the carts
I
go.
do not seem to get an order.
Me either.
I mean, I had a Walgreens one just a little bit ago, and it was $12.50, and it went over by Vicky's. It was like 34, it was like right around the corner. I was in there way too long. I was getting pissed off because it was like she wanted Found the tablets. Couldn't find the damn lozenges. Couldn't find even a tag for them. And then, like, I was like, well, I asked the people in pharmacy. Oh, no, there was like 10 people in line. And then it went down a little bit, so I stood there for a minute. I was like, all right, I get them. Then they had to stand there and talk. So finally, I just got out of line. Then I went and asked the girls up front, and then the old lady that goes over by pharmacy, she comes and looks, and she's like, oh yeah, these are right over here. I said, no, they're not. I was like, these are tablets. These are not lozenges. Oh, well, we don't have those. We don't carry those. Have you tried these? I said, well, it's not for me. It's for an order, and the lady won't answer me. I hate that when they place orders and then they don't answer you back. Because, like, I've never had that happen, you know, like, well, not them. They've always picked a substitute or whatever. It wouldn't let me complete it, like, at first. And then finally, I just kept saying, unavailable, unavailable, probably like 10 times. And then finally, it just said, go to checkout. Because I was like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Because it said I was supposed to be in there for 9 minutes. I ended up being in there for like 18, so double the time. I just thought it was a good order, or I would have been really mad. But after that, I haven't got an order.
Head over to Walmart.
That's what I was going to start.
I just left there and realized what time it was, and I was getting ready to head out, and then I seen you.
12, so an hour ago. That's the last time I had an order. I mean, I stopped and took Landry to church and stuff.
Mine was 5:13 for rib crib. So, and down detector doesn't say it's down.
Well, I mean, it says it's busy.
Oh yeah, that says there's a problem.
Well, it says it's busy over here.
Yeah, but that don't mean much. It's number 2 on the down detector app.
I went over to my mom's because we were over by there to warm up Landry's cheeseburger for her. This was before I went to Walgreens and stuff. And they come out and there's these fucking little kids walking by. Then they decided to start fighting. Like right in the front. And I stopped my car and jumped out, and I was like, this big kid on this little tiny kid. Just like punching the crap out of him. And like I get out and start yelling at him, and they jump up and they're like, we're not really fighting, we're just playing. I said, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I said, get off of him. And then the little kid that was getting beat up started mouthing me. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? I said, are you running your mouth? And he was like, well, we're not really fighting. I said, what if the police would have drove by right now and seen you guys doing that? You think that they would have thought you were just playing? And he's like, well, I don't know why this is your business anyway. I said, you're on my fucking property. I was like, get off my property if you don't think it's my business. Because they were right in the front yard. And then he's like, I'm going to go get my dad and blah, blah, blah. And I said, go get your fucking dad. I was like, oh, and then Landon and Lady come out because they were getting ready to go to church. Landon's like, who are you yelling at? It's like, these fucking little mouthy kids were fighting in the damn front yard.
We're gonna miss Walmart if you don't go.
I said, I really thought this kid was beating this other kid up, and then he started mouthing at me. Kids, I hate kids.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, woman. Doesn't involve you. Just move on.
You can start working on what you're going to give him for Lent then, you know?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. When is that? That's, when is Easter?
March?
Is that March?
I don't know if Easter's early or late this year. It fluctuates.
I know what I would have to give up. I'm back on the goober grape.
There you are, buddy.
Re-addicted.
For folks who don't know, Greg will grab what, a spoon or a
Just a
knife?
spoon.
Just go straight into the Gruber grape jar.
Nice.
Just like he's eating ice cream.
And then if I want to be healthy,
Yep.
I get goober strawberry.
Very healthier.
Is it healthier?
No.
On the calorie
Not
count?
at all.
No?
Mentally.
Okay.
It's the same.
It's mentally healthier.
Goober grape or goober strawberry. That's that. You've seen it at the grocery store. It's where it's the peanut butter and the jelly in the same jar.
So convenient.
It's
Yeah.
so convenient. It's so spoonable.
He loves it.
man.
Easter
gave
is
up-
Sunday, April 9th.
So you gave up peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah, now I'm back.
His favorite goober
So
grape.
Lent will be March.
Yeah.
March.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up Greg Gorstone. He got a little quiz here.
Oh, it's
for
the
us.
world's easiest quiz.
All right.
because Who am I kidding? This is impossible for me. So if height means yes, how do you say no?
Oh, is it high? Is it ichi or ni? Or I'm thinking of numbers.
About no.
Lie.
Lie.
Lie?
Hi is yes. Lie means no.
Lie. Right?
Something Seabass doesn't say often if he hurts somebody's feelings or makes somebody cry or when he thought he was right about something but was wrong. In that context, what does gomenasai mean?
I'm sorry.
My bad.
Good job, Ray. My bad.
Yeah, I don't see much use for that. But
Yeah.
that's good to know.
I don't know if those words ever come out of your
How do
mouth.
you say it?
Gomenasai?
Gomenasai.
Oh, gomenasai. See, that's
Gomenasai.
where you put the...
Go Menason.
Gomenasai.
A lot of Japanese learning comes from the culinary world, according to those experts that told you also to go to karaoke and watch anime.
Right.
So specifically sushi. So for the English word, what is the Japanese word for shrimp?
Ooh, shrimps.
Scrimp.
I didn't see it right there. I thought you would.
Just texting you, and I said, I guess I'm parked next to the wrong car and staring at the wrong person. I've been here the whole time since you pulled in, and I'm just like,
Well, you should have texted me that instead of just looking at me.
I was. And then you started backing up.
Oh. All right, I'm going to pick this up.
Christine Mayo. Is that Dustin? No.
No.
Who is that?
I don't know.
I bet we've heard that name. Maybe we delivered there. Joe Crawford.
Mm.
And then Ashley Dawn. What is that? 3200 North 14, Lot 14. Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It says getting ready, so I ain't staying right now.
There you go, Ray. How did you do that? Okay, this one's tough. Grego. There you go. Samasucha. Kyonore.
Oh, that would be Bort.
There you go.
El Borto.
Lastly, there you go. I don't know if that's the actual word that is, but that's your
You better remember what this means. We just learned it today. Just learned it today.
Oh, man.
That's my balls.
That's the one thing we should be taking away.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the most commonly.
Sometimes you have an edge.
Sometimes.
Something's wrong.
More Woody Show coming up. Hang on.
We'll be back. Probably, maybe. We'll consider the matter, weigh all the angles, and get back to you. The Woody Show. See you in a bit.
And we're starting a new hour of insensitivity training for a politically correct world. Here on this Wednesday morning, it is January the 18th, 2023. Good morning, that's Ray.
Back to Sakura.
You know, the announcers that talk about halftime. Well, they're gonna make some halftime adjustments. But according to Peyton Manning, who knows a thing or two about what happens in the locker room at halftime, he says that's not at all what's happening. It's BS. He and Eli, they were chopping it up about this whole thing on the Manning cast during the Monday Night Football game, and Peyton said, quote, "I don't know if I've ever made a halftime adjustment in my entire 18-year career. I think that's the biggest myth in football, the halftime adjustments."
Well, wouldn't it be like, oh, they're showing us this sort of coverage, or this guy's really...
So why don't we counter with this?
Apparently that's not happening. He says you go in, you use the restroom, you eat a couple of oranges, and the head coach goes, "All right, let's go."
Really? That's it? There's no discussion?
Aren't they doing that? Like, what you watch during the game, they're bringing over those Microsoft Surfaces, whatever.
Sure.
Like, whatever coverages they're seeing, I don't know if they're waiting till halftime to make an adjustment. They're probably doing that
real time.
Yeah, like, why would you wait till halftime to do that?
Right.
That's true. That's
like in high school football, they would say, okay, you're like your position coach would come over and say, oh, hey, this is what we're seeing. We know this.
Yeah, but it's not during the game. It's not like they're, all right, well, you know, we're getting our ass kicked right now. We'll address this at halftime.
Right. Like, I think technology maybe has moved it.
Yeah. And it's not like it's always the Super Bowl halftime show where you have all this time. It's not a ton of time.
Right.
You know, by the time the whistle blows, the end of the quarter, and then you go into the locker room, you get to the locker room, you're walking across to the tunnel and stuff, and then down to the locker room. How much time do you really have? You're probably right. Probably time to take a dump, you know, get shot up with whatever, you know, horse tranquilizer.
Horse tranks.
Yeah, horse tranks, and then you move on.
Well, how long is it, give or take? Half
20
hour?
minutes? Not
20
over.
minutes?
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's not.
We got some McDonald's news. This person went viral. They swung by their local McDonald's to grab a quick bite, and he was handed a bag full of cash. He just went there for a sausage McMuffin.
Okay.
Yeah, the video shows him opening the bag, finding just wads of cash in these Ziploc bags, and it was at least a couple $1,000. So he gets out of his car, returns the money, and all the workers inside like, oh my god, they like saved their ass. And he goes, "Why would you guys do this to me? Don't you know how bad I want this money?" But they were very happy to get it back. I guess it was like whatever's supposed to get dropped
Like
off.
their deposit money?
Yeah, apparently.
Just in a bag.
Yeah, and they gave him a $200 reward, like a gift card. So
Nice.
come back and get some food. And then
More reward than people usually get.
yeah, and then over in Australia, this woman, she pulls into the McDonald's drive-thru, and she noticed what she thought was this huge white dog in the back seat of another car. But when she took a closer look, it was actually a mini horse that this woman had in the back of her car. So she started recording, because you don't see that every day.
Yeah.
And here, I have a little clip from the video. Here's some fun with an accent.
Is that a horse in your car?
He's excited for his ice cream.
Oh my god.
That's Rocco.
Hi, Rocco.
Hi, Rocco. Hi there, Rocco.
The point is you have a mini horse, maybe invest in a pickup truck.
But yeah.
Right?
A
Just
trailer.
throwing him in the back seat.
Well, you see that a lot.
Yeah.
Those,
Yeah.
Yeah, animals. Supposed to be there.
All kinds of dogs are one thing.
Okay, but a mini horse.
Baby cows and stuff.
It needs ice cream.
You see that a lot, right? Baby cows
a
and
lot.
cars.
A lot.
Where are you hanging out, man?
Yeah, I know. Stop saying it.
I get around.
Yeah.
To where they have cows
To where
and
they
cars.
have, yeah.
Like sheep and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom has a farm. So.
And does she have a proper animal trailer? Is that what she's doing?
She does.
Or does she have it on a cord?
No, she has a VW Bug. Like
And she's got goats in
and
it?
it's tore up inside. Just putting animals in
Kind
there
of
all the
hooves.
time.
There was another story in the news. Nobody likes when someone works.
That has ice cream in it.
Crime.
It's probably
And that's
fucked.
exactly what happened at a police station in Michigan. One of the officers accused another officer, Officer Ice, of stealing his lunch.
There he is.
He says he was called out from the break room, so he left his half-eaten lunch on the table, and when he returned, it was gone. And he witnessed Officer Ice licking his chops.
Oh.
And this is not the first time he's been accused. And I will tell you, Officer Ice is a canine officer. This little police dude, just a baby.
You're just a baby.
They're soliciting the public's opinions on how to proceed with their investigation. So far, a lot of people pointing out that the evidence sounds circumstantial.
Maybe says execution.
That's Please fire.
And we've also got a brand new redneck news here for you. Said that she averaged between 8 and 10 customers every day.
Whoa.
But she would only get paid by the number of used condoms at the end of her shift. The investigators looked into the banking records and showed that both mom and son were making regular deposits, but neither one of them had an actual job. They're both arrested, taken to jail, charged with making money from prostitution and maintaining a house of prostitution. And that is from Florida. Mother and son team busted for running a brothel before, like you can get kicked out of a store or whatever. How trashy are you to be banned for life from Walmart? Of all the stuff that happens in Walmart, right? So what does it take to get kicked off a Spirit Airlines flight? From my experience.
Oh, I have a DoorDash order for John M.
Do you know where to go?
Not a clue.
It's probably at the 10th south. Go up here, take a left, and then just follow the road.
Okay, thank you.
Which gets the other passengers laughing. The woman then shoots back with, quote, "I hope y'all crash and die." Oh, no. Yeah, here's the... Spirit asked for comment, but they haven't. Just so you know, like before you wish a plane full of people to crash and die, according to the FAA, verbal harassment is considered a level 1 threat, which violates federal law. Wow. Yeah, so it's all great, but I want to hear the full experience. Yeah, what's the actual punishment?
Yeah, what's the story? Why is she being walked off the plane?
Was she just taken off the plane and then just got on another flight? I'm sure she
There's
did.
many things we don't know.
Yeah. Greg, what else is going on in the trending news headlines?
Are you John? Yep. Awesome. I sent you a message, but I was like, he may not have his phone with him. So.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good night.
He lost nothing.
Nobody can lose with any dignity anymore.
Also hear about this guy. This guy already did jail time.
That was $17.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no one's, there's no law that you can't run for office.
I thought you couldn't like even vote in certain cases.
If you're a felon.
Right, these cities have it December 4th and then January 5th. Again, accused of conspiring to get these four guys to go around and
$17.
Well, no, he was scoping out the house of the one person that was targeting, and then he hired those people to go look for the other people, the other two. Yeah. It's just trying to make sure.
It's colder than 52 fucking degrees out here, I tell you that.
That's what I do. When I want to hire a hitman, I go to the scene of the crime to make sure it's the right and get myself in here.
There's a couple of, if you want to do it before this one happens, so everybody's fault. Yeah, it's the voters' fault. Yeah.
A couple of developments I was involved in the case of the suspect, Idaho, University of Idaho students who remember. So the suspect is identical twin. And apparently in custody, he apparently had sent some DMs to one of the victims just a few weeks before. He sent those DMs to one.
Stinks over here.
Investigators won't say which one of the messages she might
He's just trying to beat the system. Like he's studying all this stuff. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else. And yes, he knows maybe that he left this sheath there, but in his own mind, he feels that he's going says Chevrolet.
He was driving a Silverado.
Hell yeah, man.
And she was the only one working there. It was like 5 in the morning. The only one there.
Yeah, it's like this little coffee stand. It's not like there's a ton of things. It's like, you remember the old photo huts?
And I think about that because they're all over Seattle. Like these tiny, tiny little coffee huts with one person in it.
Sometimes they're bikinis.
Yeah, bikini coffee.
I thought this was a Starbucks. I thought this was like a big store. But she was the only one on
There's
them.
going to be a charge with like attempted kidnapping?
I didn't see what the charges are going to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else would you be doing? Trying to yank her through the
Holy
window?
moly, it's scary.
With like a
video.
zip tie thing in your other hand.
Right.
Chevrolet.
At San Antonio.
Chevrolet. Hey, how can I help you today? Yeah, I'm here for a tattoo.
What do you want?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like right here on my arm.
I love my Silverado.
I'm just gonna put Chevrolet. How's that sound?
You're a loser, sir.
Yeah. Don't you mean Studley? Idiot.
They have T-shirts and hats that you can rock your favorite brand all the
If you
time.
want to show how much you love Chevrolet, everybody knows you just get a Calvin peeing on a Ford logo sticker. I mean, put that on the back window.
That's a way better tattoo.
Yeah, it's way cool.
Tattoos are for losers. I'm saying it right now. 99.9% of tattoos, you're a loser if you got that tattoo.
You wanna show how tough you are? Just get some back off mud flaps or something.
I really like my TV. I was going to get a Samsung tattoo.
Oh, nice.
That's lame. Huge sleeve with elaborate lettering.
Right, no, that's rad.
Just Samsung.
It's really cool. It'd be a cool script, though, not just
Oh, it will.
Yeah.
Over at San Antonio International Airport the other day, the TSA found something pretty interesting in a guy's checked luggage. He didn't try to walk through security and get him his checked bag, but he didn't declare what was inside, and that was an 84 caliber anti-tank rifle, basically a bazooka.
Yeah.
Awesome, powerful enough to take down tanks. So big it takes 2 people usually to fire it and to operate it.
Is it his carry-on?
It was in his checked bag.
He checked it.
Where are you going?
He didn't report what was in the bag, so the case has gone to the San Antonio Police Department. They're going to determine whether the guys can face any charges.
But they know who he is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he said it was unclaimed.
Right.
I'm thinking, well, if they checked it, they know who it belongs to.
Yeah, of course they did.
They know the guy.
Yeah.
They know whose bag it is. A big bazooka in there. And then you know how we talk about if you go to a casino like Ravy and you win a big jackpot, sometimes the casino will say, oh, that was a malfunction.
Voided.
Kind of what Chipotle did, but inadvertently to a customer, they got this email over the weekend saying they won free Chipotle for a year.
Nice.
And it was not a joke. He was the legit winner. He was super excited.
And the message said, like, it's available on your Chipotle wallet,
Yes.
like on Snap or whatever.
And it said a bunch of times, like, this is not a joke.
Yeah, free for a year. Let's go.
The guy was so happy. He was jumping up and down. He was basically psyched. Tears of joy.
I mean, I would be doing that.
He was
I'd fist bump.
very excited. Well, then he gets this follow-up email from Chipotle saying, they sent that email in error. Sincerely apologize, quote, for any disappointment, and we're giving you a free entree to brighten your entree.
You get a burrito bowl and that's it.
Chipotle for a year. Just one.
Some sort of system error that they're blaming.
You want that garbage queso they have, or the guac, that's extra though.
People on social media are coming to the guy's defense.
Just one guy?
Just make good on that one. They are not. They're giving them a free entree.
I like Chipotle, but man, they keep trying to make this queso stuff happen.
Yeah, that queso's not good.
It's not good.
Guac is good.
Yeah, I don't know why they're pushing it so hard. They keep like reintroducing. You want to bring something good back? Bring that brisket stuff that you had back then. Yeah,
That steak that they have right now, some kind
the
of
garlic, whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's choice. I like it.
Yeah,
I did like that brisket though.
yeah.
That was
But they keep going back to the drawing board on this queso. Like they release it, doesn't do great. They rework it, they release it again. Like they're trying so hard to make queso happen. I just don't think it's happening. It's like how Taco Bell's trying to get us to crave the nacho fries
Yeah, it's not
more
happening.
by having them out there and then taking them away, and then having them out there and taking them away. Like just either have them or don't have
Yeah,
them.
you're not the McRib.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only
I
one.
would think queso would be pretty easy because there's 1,000 places that do it just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But I guess when they have this
Weird.
grainy,
It's got a weird texture. Yeah.
Yeah.
South on North 14th Street.
All right, well, thank you very much, Greg Gorey.
Got it.
We're gonna take a break. I've got a You Make the Call. Coming up next here on The Woody Show. I'm going to need your advice on that. Not advice. Your feedback on this. We'll see how you vote. Coming up next. Hang on. You know, with the sun not coming up until about 7 o'clock.
Right.
It's messing me up. It shifts. Yeah, it shifts my energy. Because as soon as the sun starts coming up, I get like
alive.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, like, you know, the sun wakes you up. It's what's supposed to happen. But with the sun coming up at 7 o'clock,
So late.
yeah, it's messing me up.
I agree.
Now, what time of the day would you say is the most productive for the average office worker?
11 a.m.
Oh, I would say early.
Earlier?
Like once they hit lunch, I think it's over.
Yeah, I would say like 10 a.m.
10:22 a.m., Gregory.
Okay.
And then after that, it's just not good for your company. The average worker hits their first big slump of the day at 1:27 p.m.
Right after lunch.
Not 1:26, 1:27. And then another one at 2:06. Now, the days that we feel the most drained are Mondays and Fridays, which I disagree. For me, it's Wednesday and Thursday. That's where I hit a wall. The things that are most causing that drain, too much time in front of the computer, not taking breaks, and getting interrupted by coworkers. That is a zap to your production.
For sure.
People to stop in, they're chatting and chopping it up. 38% feel more productive working in an office. 22% feel like they get more done working from home. Everyone else doesn't notice a big difference either way.
I think at the office.
For me, at the office, I'm more productive. For sure. Now,
Distractions.
I can if I have to, but I prefer to be just easier. And what people say is the best part about working at the office.
Company of
Right.
others.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking to people. Their
Social.
coworkers.
2/3 agree it's being around coworkers. They did not talk to Seabass. You would disagree.
Yeah.
Eat it.
No, thank you.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna hide behind this post.
Exactly.
I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah. Like, we have a new refrigerator
Where is it?
in the break room by the sales area.
Right. The new one's just in the space.
They went to Sears and they got one like right off the floor.
With a foot and a half of the top.
Yeah, so it sticks out beyond the cabinets. Greg, it's very unsightly.
It looks so bad.
Yeah, it's got a big gap on the top of it now. The one thing they did, teas, juices, things like that.
I keep on forgetting.
And they're going to be putting some snacks out there. And so I hadn't seen this yet, so I went by yesterday, and people have pushed all the free sodas and stuff to the side so they can jam their lunches and stuff in there.
Leftovers.
Yeah. Now, my thought is like we should have a whole separate fridge for office
There's a
lunches.
huge one on the other side. Just
Yes.
walk down there.
Yeah, because it's really messing up.
Dicks.
It's really messing up the display of all the nice
free stuff.
All the freeze.
Now, because here's the thought I have: if we don't make it look nice, they're gonna get rid of it. They're gonna stop doing it. Because people, it's just going to be a big mess. They used to send out those emails every Friday, like,
Cleaning
"Hey,
it
clean
up.
up your workstation." Yeah, and the reason
But they never stuck to it.
they had to get rid of the old fridge because somebody left something in there. It was like that Seinfeld episode about the smell, the car smell. They couldn't get out. There's something in this old. And it was like a $10,000 refrigerator.
It was the worst smell.
Yeah, we needed $5,000 for something. Not this show. We have our own budget. But we needed $5,000 for something. And I said, "We don't want to pay for it." They spent $10,000 on an effing fridge. They just got destroyed by all the vultures. I said, "I got rid of that." And that's
So
what went
now
to
they're
Sears.
trying to destroy the new fridge.
Yeah, so then they just went to like Sears or whatever, and they just like plopped this thing in there.
I think we should move the free stuff to the kitchen in the back.
Yeah.
Because no one ever uses that. And then it'll stay nice.
Are all the Sears stores closed now? All of them?
No.
Because I know like the one that we had out by our house in Santa Clara, that one closed like forever ago. But I still thought you can go there for like appliances.
side.
They're on the worker side?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, dude.
Because, hold on. Obviously, he was trying to get the order from her, and the kid kept on screaming, so he couldn't even hear what she was saying. So he was giving her alternatives. She just wanted to not take them because she was recording.
I mean, we can't. In the middle of this, we don't know how the interaction was going before. Screaming.
Seems to be hearing quite fine during this interaction.
But what about this? What if you say, ma'am, I'm having a hard time hearing you through the speaker. Why don't you pull up to the window? Come inside, go on the online order. Like, dude, you're a drive-through guy.
And why would he suggest her going inside with the screaming child?
Yeah, exactly.
That made
What
no
about the other
sense.
customers who are in there trying to eat in peace?
See, Bass, I think you'd be on my side.
I agree with this. And also, get this right, go somewhere else. Yeah, dude, go somewhere else. We're talking in this case, but yeah, go somewhere else. Yeah, what's the principle of it? I mean, she can put that
Yeah, it's true.
Deep sea Bassett Menace.
Well, who's surprised about that? What happened to the days of just like, oh, this place sucks, I'm not going there anymore? Nope. No, I'm going to be on social media. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it is a dick move. I'm on her side. I think it's a dick move by the drive-through guy. Just, dude, take the order, shut up.
I think at this point,
Get him out of
when
there.
we join the clip, he could say, "Now I can hear you because your daughter's not screaming." If she, what he said, continues to not scream, I'll take your order. Because she was.
Yeah, and then he eventually said, "Okay, I'll take your order right now."
A good point on the text, Mr. Customer Service over here, Menace. Like you want customer service, but yet you're agreeing with this guy.
I'm not gonna
who's
throw
giving
it
terrible
down
customer service.
people's throat like that because obviously it like that worker is giving her options. My beef with customer service is when I have no options.
And when you've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And also, her excuse was, well, my kid doesn't have shoes
No
on.
shoes.
Because they're impossible? Like their feet, because their feet grew 5 sizes too big? You didn't bring shoes with you?
Nah, that she was just being lazy.
Being difficult and lazy, exactly. She was looking for
For video.
excuses to have it her way.
Okay.
She sucks.
Greg?
I think she spoke to him in a patronizing way, but now that it was all quieted down, just I'm on the guy her side.
Well, he did.
Yeah,
offer.
Exactly.
Definitely on the mom's side.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Whose side are you on? Looking at the text, we asked you to make the call. Definitely on the Panera guy's side. I didn't hear what happened before Panera Karen started taping.
That's what I
But I'm
said.
betting her daughter was being so obnoxious and loud that her order couldn't be taken through the speaker.
You can tell by her overall vibe that she sucks.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, easy.
It's a bad vibe.
I'm on the mom's side because mom shaming, refusing to take her order because of the kid. What if that kid has autism? We don't know. I hate all those arguments.
What if?
What if?